Welcome back to Jennifer Broussard Art. Today I thought it would be really fun to try the bubble painting that I keep seeing on Instagram. An Instagram artist does a lot of reels. Her name is @Nette, and she does some really beautiful bubble backgrounds, and I thought it would be so fun to try it on this block of paper. I'm going to use opera and cobalt blue and some gold. I have this paintbrush, which is a number 8, doesn't matter. It's a round brush just to put the paint onto the paper. And I have a bowl of bubbles. It's probably about 60% water and 40% soap. And a straw so that I can blow bubbles into the bowl. I've done some experiments. This one's not really working out. It'll still be pretty, but it's not bubbly. This one, I tried putting the paint on the paper first and then scooping bubbles, and that's not really working out either. I did these last week, and I like how they look, but see the purple one, the lavender one? That one looks like it has bubbles. The other ones are pretty, but they're not very bubbly. So I'm just dying to get to where they are actually bubbly. So I resorted to watching a few videos, and I think this might be my last try. Maybe 3 is a charm. I'm gonna stir these up and blow. And then you just scoop the bubbles. Oh, let me try something else. You know. Okay. I'm gonna try something else. Okay, I blew a mountain of bubbles and I got a bigger spoon, and I'm just gonna make them come over here. Okay, let's try adding some paint. I want to spread these around though. Get them all over. Get a little bit more. Okay, I'll spread these around, kind of like peanut butter. Okay, now I'm going to get some of the gold. Drag it through. And then some of the opera. Trying to keep the value light because I think in the other ones I used too much pigment. Let's get some cobalt blue. More opera. One more blue. And then this other lady that I watched on YouTube, I will name her, I will give you a link to her video in the comments. She covered it with plastic wrap and squished them all up and everything. So I'm going to try that. And she just smushed it. I will be back when that is all sunk in. I think it's been about 15 minutes and I'm really liking what I'm seeing. I'm so excited for this to dry and I can take off the plastic. All right, it has been probably 30 minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and take off the plastic. And I can see there are still some bubbles on the paper. And I'm so happy with this. I love the textures in here with the gold mixed with the pink and the blue. The pinks and blues made some purples. This is all dry and I think it is so pretty. I want you to see the gold. And this is inspiring me to think of it as a lake, like this would be the horizon line, and this could be the water reflected from the sky. I want to add another layer though. So it's a little bit too pale, so I want to add a little bit more. I am going to switch up my method. I have a mug now, which is taller and smaller, and I have, I'm going to say 5 pumps of soap and a lot less water than I had in the bowl. So, and I have a knife to scrape it off and get the bubbles on. So I'm going to stir it up and blow the bubbles. And I'm going to scrape them off onto the paper. It has to be kind of a swift motion. And I'm going to now add a little bit more of the cobalt blue. And just sort of tap it on. And I'm learning that the key is to not overdo. So I'm going to stop there. I'm going to add a little bit of gold. See how they're popping so quickly? Doesn't that look cool? I just love that. Okay, now I'm going to add more bubbles. The key was getting my ratio of bubbles and water better, and then also putting it in this smaller container. Get some of the opera. Need more water on that. There we go. Get a little more blue on that. Maybe we'll get some more purples. Okay, more bubbles. Let's get some purple. Oh, you know what I have? I have ultramarine turquoise. That will be pretty. Oh, that's really pretty. Let's get some more bubbles up here. Blow them up really high over your container. There are a lot of bubbles on here. Come on, get off. Get off. Some in there. I think I'm doing it too slow is the problem. Let me get some paint on this one. I'm going to get some of the turquoise again. I think ultramarine turquoise granulates, so that might actually add a bit of fun interest. There, you have to just swipe it off. Let's get some more cobalt. Do some more up here at the top. And get some more pink over here. Gonna get more bubbles down here. Ooh, those are big. Let's use some more cobalt right here. Kind of want to get that big bubble defined right there. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone. I am going to stop there and let this do its thing. I think I'm going to go ahead and put the plastic back on. I might regret it, but I might not. Okay, we'll see. I thought about how can I save these, because they're not terrible. So I'm going to do what I did on the other paper on top of these with the gold. There we go. Even if you don't like how it comes out, it is super fun to do. It's super fun to watch it just race down and make that pattern. It's really amazing. Okay, I like these little bubbles down here. Okay, let's do it on this side. I'm gonna do some more. And this time I don't think I'm going to put the paper on it. I'm sorry, not the paper, the plastic wrap. I have a feeling I mashed up the other one. I'm not sure what's going to happen with that one. There. You can already see down in there what's going on. Once again, no more. I think on this one I'm just going to do, since I did Scarlet Lake, I'm going to get alizarin crimson. I love that. I'm going to add a little more over here in the corner on the right. I'm going to do a little more up here. I'm going to add a little gold to this one. I'm being pretty bold with this gold right now. It's pretty thick pigment. I was being pretty conservative with it before, so I'm going to see what happens when you stop being conservative with it. Okay, I'm going to let that one dry. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them drying. I am putting gold bubbles on everything. This is really going to fancy these up. There we go. All right, I'm going to walk away. I really like how this looks, but I am going to do another layer, and I'm not going to put the plastic on it this time, and I'm going to be more generous with the gold pigment, and I'm also going to put on some French ultramarine mixed with some Sodalite Genuine and whatever blue was already on there. So I'm going to go ahead and blow my bubbles. Okay, let's get some pigment on there. I'm starting with the blue. Let's get some gold on there. I think we're going to like this. It's looking more bubbly. I'm going to put some more bubbles over here. And then I'm going to call it a day. I'm not going to do any more to it. Okay, some gold. Wow. pretty? All right, that's it. Let's take a look at all of them now that they're all dry. So this was a ho-hum kind of card. It was pretty cute and I liked it, but I really love what the glitter did. Not the glitter, the gold paint. Such pretty bubble patterns over the top of it. Same with this one. It was cute, but I really love that extra specialness that the gold bubbles added, especially since this was not very bubbly looking. This one was. I'm not sure what I would do with this one. I think I would probably round the corners, put a little saying on it or something and send it to somebody. This one I just absolutely adore. This is probably going to be my husband's Valentine card. I will round out the corners and then mount it on a piece of cardstock. This one's pretty too. This was going to be a throwaway piece because I didn't like the underlying layer. Add bubbles. You'll save all of your backgrounds. And then this one is absolutely gorgeous. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this one. If you have any ideas, leave them in the comments for me. I'm really interested to hear what you would do with this. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time.